We stare into the abyss, and the abyss stares into us, and here in this space is the fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord is not one in which we tremble. Fear of the Lord is a recognition that there is something in the abyss and that I sense it emotionally, because fear is an emotion. Fear is like a veil. It is the darkness of mystery. We fear what we do not know. We fear the Lord. We fear the abyss because we do not know what's in them. And like what's inside of us is who we are, what's in the abyss is who the abyss is. But fear of the Lord is acknowledging the emotional feeling of the abyss and calling it a mystery felt emotionally, because we cannot feel or perceive the abyss with any physical aspect of ourselves. Fear of the Lord is acknowledging the abyss as emotion and saying, I feel something in the abyss that I do not know. And this spiritual journey, while travelling the path, we look out into the abyss, and what do we see? We see a light in the abyss, and how peculiar and odd a sight to see. Light in the abyss. In the never-endingness of the abyss, there lies a light. And what sort of light is this? What eyes do we use to see the light that is within the abyss? If the abyss is a sea of emotion, how do we perceive this light? Like the warmth of sunlight, we feel it. If the fear of the Lord is the emotional feeling of the abyss, then the light within the abyss is an emotional light. A light within the never-ending abyss of emotions is the light of enlightenment, true enlightenment. The abyss says, there is a light in me that I feel, and I desire to know that light. Now what's really crazy is that when we look into the light of the abyss, we see that the light looks like who we are. And in this body, we look like the shadow of that light, and we say, not only is there light in the abyss of our emotions, there must be one in the abyss giving shape to us, the shadow. How real is our shadow, who stands in the abyss giving form and shape? When we look into the abyss looks into us. This is us looking into our emotions, while our emotions look into us. Like a light within us, emotions allow us to see who we really are. When we see how we feel can be seen, and we see how we feel through actions and words. Our actions and words are rays of light that shine from the light in the abyss. So looking into the abyss and having the abyss look into us gives birth to the word, gives birth to our actions. But looking is more than a stare. It is intimate, it is lovingly, and our journey, we are searching for the abyss. We seek ourselves in the abyss. As we look into the abyss, we find the one looking for us. Searching for us is us. It is ourselves. It is who we truly are. It is our soul. How can I stand here while who I am at my core is a light shining in the abyss? The one standing is the way the light of the abyss shines. Your life is the particle of light travelling to reach the eyes of the abyss. When we become well acquainted with the abyss, once we move past the fear of the Lord, we move into knowing the Lord, to knowing the abyss. And anyone who knows the abyss will tell you the abyss is pure love. The abyss is inside of you. Why is the acknowledgement of the abyss within you fear? Because the one within you, the abyss, must be all emotions. And so fear is represented as a not knowing. It is why the journey inward is about knowing yourself, and that knowledge of yourself is self-love. We remove all fear of the abyss by getting to know the abyss. And if the abyss at its core is love, how do we become familiar with the emotion? Practice. Love as much as possible in as many things as possible so that you are well acquainted with the feeling that is the light in the abyss. Love is a choice, and so loving people, places, and things is a discipline. The fall of man is not sin. It is a man falling into love with self. falling deep into the abyss of love within,